Halo, halo, witam serdecznie w 39. odcinku z serii Final Fantasy XVI. No i w dzisiejszym materiale wygramy sobie kolejną misję główną. A mianowicie wszystko się rozpada. Mamy właśnie po prawej stronie. Wykonałem dwie misje w zajeździe Marty i w Northrichu. Jeszcze została mi misja na pustyni. Takie, nie wiem, potrójne zadanie, zawsze polegające na tym, że potwory Akaszy atakują. Zobaczymy, czy tym razem będzie tak samo.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalimilu has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
As if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimilu's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the desert hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
W króliczej noże kolejne zadanie. No dobra.
Follow the shouting.
Ostatnie ukłucie. To jest jakiś bar, tak?
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor.
To my się znamy? Wiktor?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimilu is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimilu's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Dobra, czyli rozmowa zakończona. Rozmawiaj z Luborem. Taka misja, same rozmowy do tej pory, ale jeszcze będzie walka.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits?
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along.
What he means to say is yes.
No, to jest misja. Trzeba tylko przytakiwać i po robocie. Proszę bardzo, jakie łatwe zadanie. Na samym początku z Konradem porozmawiamy.
Here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad. May I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalimil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
No ja też chcę porozmawiać z głównym bohaterem, Kamany. To z pewnością dobrze wyjdzie. Nie, Jill jest jednak lepszą aktorką. Główny bohater jest na maksa sztywny. Sztywny wojownik. Jak mu dadzą coś zagrać, to i tak będzie się zachowywał tak jak zwykle.
May still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
O, ta bohaterka się domyśliła chyba, nie?
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
Główny bohater, najlepszy aktor, proszę bardzo.
Our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
No, jak głównemu bohaterowi tak dobrze już nie poszło. Dobra, w każdym razie rozmowa, Wiktor. Jak tam sytuacja?
You, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimilu as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimilu, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
Dobra, czyli z tej strony zobaczmy. Już atakują. No rzeczywiście, mamy bandziorę.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
Ktoś przetrwał? A, nie wszyscy byli w zasięgu, niestety. Są i kolejni. No, najlepiej się magami zająć. Potrafią leczyć czasami. Pustynny bandyta tak zwany. W kapturze jeszcze prawie wygląda jak ten z Assassin's Creed. Ten się potrafi blokować. 1 życia. Halo, koleś. Nareszcie. Dobra, przebity. Sułtan tak zwany. No to jakiś mniejszy mini-boss. I tak, walka wychodzi całkiem prędko. Już walczyliśmy wcześniej na podobnych wielokrotnie. Dobra, i to by był ostatni. Proszę bardzo, misja załatwiona.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalimilu.
We all saved Dalimilu.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Dobra, dobry komplement i misja zwyciężona w króliczej norze. No i to było wszystko, jeżeli chodzi o te 3 misje. Ciekawe, gdzie teraz trzeba będzie się udawać.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Czyli wracamy do kryjówki, tak można było się spodziewać. Proszę bardzo, poznamy kolejny cel naszej podróży. Może jakoś właśnie na wschód, tak bym obstawiał, trzeba będzie się udawać do kolejnego królestwa, gdzie ten Oden, Barnabas, czy tam jak on się nazywał, urzęduje. Jeszcze ostatni król.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the color of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
Okej, rozmowa z bratem, szykuje się główna fabuła, zobaczmy.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The City Guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
Dobra, może porozmawiajmy jeszcze ze wszystkimi.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
Ta już widziałem ją wielokrotnie.
You know how I feel about this, but your brother's stubbornness knows no bounds. I'm starting to think it runs in the family.
Całkiem możliwe. Z tą porozmawiamy?
Back again?
Aha, nie trzeba nic.
Godspeed. Tyre's right. Your brother is in no condition to travel. That's all I'll say on the matter. It's Mid, Gav, and your uncle we should be thinking about now.
Dobra, ale zanim dalej jakoś przejdziemy, może warto było jeszcze jakkolwiek się ulepszyć, wykupić zaraz. Wydaje mi się, że byłoby kilka możliwości. Zaraz zobaczymy. Przynajmniej kilka leczeń albo coś w tym stylu. Dobra, witam.
Still alive, are you? Go on then.
Dobra, czyli proszę bardzo, kupujemy na samym początku do leczenia wszystkie rzeczy, proszę bardzo.
You'll not find a better price than that.
Inaczej byłoby trochę ciężko. Dobra, to jeszcze jakieś może bronie wykupić całkiem potężne, niestety nie widzę. Jeszcze z drugiej strony tędy ulepszenie broni. Skorzystaj. No rzeczywiście mamy jakiś nowy miecz, możliwe większe obrażenie. Dobra, biorę. Tak jest, jeszcze wzmocnij. Dobra, da coś wytworzyć więcej, nie. Niestety mi nie stać. Dobra, w takim razie proszę bardzo i wyruszamy na nową lokację, czyli Echa Krozjitów. Kłębowisko smagatych wiatrem bezdennych wąwozów, wypełnione ogromną ilością szczątków i zwłok. Dobra, czyli ruszamy i zobaczymy, jak to będzie wyglądało. Dobra, czyli zupełnie nowe tereny, płaszcz i sztylet. Nowa misja.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canva was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
To dopiero surowy brat. Chciał powiedzieć coś, nie wiem, przyjemnego. A to już bohater wyskakuje.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they would allow it, the echoes have a will of their own.
Może jeszcze jakieś boczne przejście do obrady? Rzeczywiście, zobaczmy. Tak na szybkości. Co to może w ogóle oznaczać? O, walka z minibossem? Serie? Dobra, spróbujmy. I teraz mamy jeszcze więcej osób w ekipie w sumie. Więc powinno wejść trochę prędzej. Dobra, jeszcze ulta odpalamy. No, mając 3 osoby w ekipie, obrażenia powinny być całkiem solidne. Zobaczymy, jak nasz brat będzie sobie radził. No, rzeczywiście, 20 000, fajne obrażenia. Dobra, i tym oto sposobem mamy kolejne materiały. Zobaczmy. Jakaś dodatkowa szarfa, materiały, wspaniała sprawa. A więc wracamy, więcej teraz nie wykonam. Po raz kolejny pustynne tereny, trochę w bardziej czerwonej kolorystyce może. Inny rodzaj piasków, czasami rzeczywiście tak to wygląda. Wcześniej byliśmy bardziej na pustyni, na sypkim piasku, tutaj już chyba teren bardziej utwierdzony, skalisty. Dodatkowe insekty. Skamieniałe, czy jak je nazwać? Dobra, do przepaści, come on. Nie ma opcji niestety. Jakieś kule fruwające, co to jest? Elden Ring? Też takie były potwory, tylko tam kule były o wiele większe. I pytanie jak dalej, zaraz, tędy mamy most. Ciśniemy. To z kolei, co to za rodzaj przeciwnika? Nie przypomina sobie podobnych upadły łowca. No w sumie są na kilka zwyczajnych ataków, walka wychodzi bardzo szybko. Proszę bardzo. Tak zwana bomba, która nie wybucha. Dobra, idziemy w dobrym kierunku. Co nam będzie zagwarantowane zaraz? Może jakieś bardziej otwarte tereny? Tak to zazwyczaj wygląda, jak mamy mapę dostępną.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
To już była kilkukrotnie w sumie widoczna w różnych cutscenkach, ale czy będzie w jakiejś ekipie, to nie jestem pewien. Nasi bohaterowie lepiej sobie radzą na dalekie dystanse, jakoś tam potrafią obić. Główny bohater z miecza jednak atakuje przede wszystkim. Dobra, tędy.
I do. Where are you off to now then? Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps? Ah, no need to say if you'd rather not. We all have our reasons. Not exactly feeling like sharing with strangers myself at the mo. Truth be told, I could do with a bit of inspiration. Don't know which way to turn no more. Was doing a roaring trade back in Oriflamme, right up until the poor Drake lost her noggin. So, thought I'd try me luck in the desert. And the Fang went the same way. And don't get me started on the mess in the bloomin' Dominion. Suppose I could try Camber next. But knowing my luck, the old place be crawling with the works before I'd even set out me stall. But as I always say, where there's crisis, there's opportunity. The opportunity to mint Gil, that is. So, where to next? Is there any money to be made in Ash? Do orcs even carry Gil?
Dobra, jakiś handlarz, szybka rozmowa. No i co, musimy dalej się udać pojedynczym korytarzem. Może będziemy mieli widok na nową krainę, równiny rymowskie, dobrze przeczytałem? A zobaczymy, proszę bardzo. Co to za teren? Po lewej stronie widać eter w dużej ilości. Co to może być?
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
To z kolei jakieś zwierzęta, ale chyba są neutralnie nastawione. Coś tam widać na wprost, jakąś większą jaskinię. Chyba tam właśnie musimy się dostać. Rzeczywiście. To jakieś większe miasteczko, z tego co widzę. A zobaczymy, tam Gav podobno miał jakieś kłopoty. Nie wiem. Dobra, więc w tym miejscu w sumie zakończę dzisiejszy odcinek. W sumie zrobiłem całkiem duże postępy. Jeżeli interesuje was kontynuacja, to polecam zostawić lajka, suba oraz dzwonka. Dobra, więc to było na tyle. Ja się z wami żegnam. Do jutra.